Scott Biondo is our Jewish Community Security Director. Scott's role is to oversee all aspects of security, not just here at the Federation, but with all of our partners, with some of our faith partners, to be a liaison to local government and local law enforcement and national law enforcement, and to keep his eye literally on everything in our community.
He was trained to do executive protection. So he would travel with dignitaries and big companies, and he is one of those people that I feel it's his nature to want to bring peace to whatever community it is he's serving. And I think that in this community, that's extremely important.
Scott is amazing. I would say he is a mensch, right? And in Judaism, that's someone who has a soul and cares, and that is Scott. And he is not Jewish, but he has a Jewish soul. He knows every single person in this community, every leader, everybody who has a concern or an interest in security. He knows them. He understands the nuance that each individual institution needs. He makes sure his staff is aware of it. He is the most conscientious person I have met, and his level of trust that he has engendered because of that is incredible. It's unparalleled.
He cares about making sure people not only are safe, but they feel safe. He cares about people as people. He's not just here simply to tell us how to do something or which type of security system to buy. He's there to reassure, he's there to comfort, he's there to provide security in so many different ways.
He is an absolutely irreplaceable part of our community. He has been an absolute treasure. He is a communicator, he is a leader, he's an organizer. For an individual with that kind of experience, with that kind of ability to communicate through any kind of barriers and to talk to people of any denomination, any gender, anything, that's a skill that few people have.
So Scott's impact on the Jewish community, in a sense, is unseen because the work that Scott does prevents bad things from happening for all of us. And so there are those people that ask me, what does Scott do? Well, Scott helps facilities and organizations like JSU be safe so that we don't hear about something that happened. Scott's success comes from not hearing about what Scott does.
I believe Scott deserves every award that is out there. The way that he connects with people and organizations, the way that he innately understands their needs and makes sure that that is first, the way that he approaches everything with a smile, with a how can I help, and with an even temperament is outstanding. There are very few people like Scott.
I deeply respect my husband. He has an amount of integrity and kindness and true service that surpasses so many people I know. He is who he is at all times. It's not a show. It's not something he just does when he comes into work every day. It's who he is. And that speaks volumes because I have the privilege and the honor of being married to that man.
People see him, they know everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be safe. And right now, that's what the Jewish community needs. We need to know that we're going to be safe. We need to know that there is someone always looking out for us.
It is an incredible honor being recognized by the Jewish Student Union, JSU, for this Community Service Award. You know, I was always taught that community service was an obligation, but I guess it does feel good to be recognized. Growing up, I didn't really know what anti-Semitism was. Looking back, I can tell you that it didn't occur in my house and it didn't occur amongst the people that I knew. The Jewish population for me was always considered the chosen people of God. For you, Israel, are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. A verse I remember from Deuteronomy. I truly believe that it was my faith that formed my advocacy for my now adopted family, this Jewish community, all of you. I have worked for this community for over 30 years. I was originally introduced to this community by Karen Aresti, the ADL. It was her that taught me about the plight of the Jewish people in terms of anti-Semitism and hate. When I received the request from the Jewish Federation to build the role of Community Security Director, a role that would be responsible for looking out for the community, it seemed right for me. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to give this community a sense of peace and a sense of security. And fortunately for me, the CEO at that time, Andrew Rayfeld, and the COO, Don Hannon, gave me that chance. It continues today with our current CEO, Brian Herstig, and my boss, Vice President Mindy Sharp, and so many of the people in this room who continue to support this very important mission. And speaking of missions, I'm really happy to be recognized by an organization that I'm both impressed with their mission and with their leadership. Rabbi Ravensky, who I consider a true friend, is such a bonus. This is an organization that inspires teens. It inspires them to take pride in their Jewish identity. It also helps them to engage in all types of programs and services that will make Judaism meaningful to them. Identity is so very important to maintain. And despite the challenges, that's what makes all of you so, so special. JSU, you're the one, and your mission is deserving of accolades and awards. I want to thank my family for being here to support me. They're my strength. I'm blessed for each and every one of them. I'm happy to keep that my daughter from California and her husband are here to support me, that I have 3 of my sons and their spouses here tonight that live locally to support me. My other children would have been here as well, but couldn't for various reasons. And then finally, I have to thank God for my lovely wife, who is my support and my best friend. People in the community might tell you that when I'm faced with a should we or shouldn't we situation, I'll often say something like, stay the mission. Let me focus on the security. So JSU and all of you, stay the mission. I'll continue to do my mission of keeping this community as safe as I possibly can by working together with all of you, and hopefully we'll have a better future. So stay vigilant, stay safe, and thank you so much for this award.